welcome to IMS News. Iran has acknowledged for the first time that we are detaining 3 Australian nationals on spying charges, including 2 who have dual British citizenship. 2 of them were seen taking pictures in the military areas, while another was spying for another country. According to the Fars news agency, all 3 are being held in the notorious Evin prison, known for housing Iran's political prisoners and its questionable living conditions. The city has seen months. I thought we were going live, I'm sorry. That's why I stopped.
Okay.
The PR firm said that the time is not right to restore the territory's reputation. Ms. Lam told reporters, quote, "At one point in time, we did have the idea of..."
Tell her to go back up.
The script is messed up. The script.
Yeah, we're just...
Oh, wait. Keep talking.
She's moving the script. I can't keep talking.
Don't play it.
Girl meets boy, boy meets girl. Often it's no more than innocent dating. But increasingly young girls in Indonesian cities are getting married.
The government has decided to suspend the legislative amendment exercise. I feel deep sorrow and regret. The government will formally withdraw the bill.
The PR firm said that the time is not right to restore a territory's reputation. Ms. Lam told reporters, "At one point in time, we did have the idea of approaching some international PR firms to provide some advice." She told a press conference on Tuesday, "The advice provided to us is that the time is not right because we are still in the social unrest. Disturbance and violent acts and vandalism are still happening on a regular basis. It would perhaps not be the most cost-effective way to use the government's resources to launch any campaign to rebuild Hong Kong's reputation. Sooner or later, we will have to do it because I have every confidence in Hong Kong's fundamentals."
In Rome, Italy, firefighters say 3 people in a high-powered speedboat have been killed when their vessel crashed into an offshore dike near the city of Venice. A 4th person was also injured. The boat was attempting to establish a new speed record for traveling from Monte Carlo to Venice, a distance of more than 1,000 miles, and was reportedly traveling at 80 miles per hour. Israel's election took place Tuesday, September 17th, but things aren't over yet. Former Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will not get enough seats to form a coalition government with his national partners. He received only 61 seats. According to Associated Press, both Benjamin Gantz and Netanyahu have claimed that people chose them to lead the country. President Reuven Rivlin will decide who wins after a new leader is chosen. That leader would have 28 days to form his government. There are several possible outcomes that could happen. However, it is too soon to tell what the end result will be.
Indonesia's parliament raises its minimum age for marriage to 19 due to a rise of child brides in the country. Currently, girls were able to marry at age 16, stemming with the world's response to anti-child brides. Parents in this country can petition religious courts or local officials to authorize marriages of younger girls.
Girl meets boy, boy meets girl. Often it's no more than innocent dating. But increasingly young girls in Indonesian cities are getting married before the age of 16.
Indonesia has the 8th largest population of child brides, with 1% being married before the age of 15. Poverty ideas of family, honor, social norms, customs, and religious laws are factors that could force girls into child marriages. The step in Parliament is a positive step in showing these girls are entitled to the same opportunities in life as boys. Rachel Yates, executive director for Girls Not Brides, expressed her opinion saying things won't change unless people's attitudes on making things acceptable changes. Despite no casualties after the Saudi oil attack earlier this week, President Trump has gone on to describe the event as their 9/11. Trump announced he is waiting to hear from the kingdom of who was behind the attack and how we would proceed, single-handedly announcing to the world that the United States is at the command of Saudi Arabia and not our own Congress. When asked if the U.S. was prepared to enter a conflict alongside Saudi Arabia, the president openly announced how we really appreciate how the Saudis pay in cash. Congratulations to President Trump, who has successfully branded the United States as a bunch of strippers begging for Washingtons.
Ooh. Britain's two main political parties are haggling over the nation's withdrawal from the European Union, known as the Brexit. This move has badly divided the government. This struggle has already cost one Prime Minister, Theresa May, her job. She announced on May 24th that she would resign after failing to come up with a plan. Her now successor, Boris Johnson, whose request to Queen Elizabeth to briefly shut down the government, has the country on edge. Protest in his abuse of power has landed him in front of the Supreme Court. British Airways faces $230 million fines after a website failure compromised the personal details of 500,000 customers. The UK Information Commissioner's Office said that link from the British Airways website to fraudulent page of criminal were able to hack login information, payment cards, and travel booking details. People's personal data is just that personal. When an organization fails to protest it from loss, damage, or theft, it is more than the inconvenience. Information Commissioner Elizabeth Denham said in the statement, "This is the information the Airways disclosed in September 2018.
Love it.
Data collected on nearly 20 million Ecuadorians, as well as longtime asylum seeker Julian Assange, has been leaked, putting many of them at risk. The leak, which was not prompted by Assange, may have been a revenge tactic by his supporters in response to being removed from the Ecuadorian embassy, as well as being declared a flight risk by a United Kingdom judge earlier this week, forcing him to remain in prison. Assange has been in custody since the Ecuadorian authorities gave him up on April 11th, 2019.
Thank you for watching IMS News. From here at the newsroom, I am Dana Irvin and Brian Smith. Have a great rest of your day.